Hello, Bruce Randazzo here. I'm running for Alderman in the 36th Ward. I'm taking this video to show everybody that visits my website that they can look at their street conditions and what's going on in the ward here. That was a pothole we just hit. It looks like there's a sewer that's caving in over there on the corner of Grand and Neva. And there's more potholes. We're on 2300 block of North Neva. We're going southbound. I'm about to cross some railroad tracks, and if you can tell the sound of my voice, it's not me, that's the railroad tracks here at Grand and coming up to Belden, just north of Belden, I think it is, street here. I'm sorry, Medill. That was over there at Medill, the railroad tracks crossing. Right now, we're going a little bit further on the 2300 block of Neva. This street needs a whole lot of pothole repair. And on the curb over here, it looks like there's a sewer cave in here. This is a pretty bad street. The alderman should have fixed these potholes here, or did something here. How can they expect the people living in the ward here going down some bumpy streets? You know, your car can't take a lot of potholes as you're driving down the street here. It would mess up the shocks in the front and the front end. All right, right now we're at the 2200 block of North Neva. We're going southbound. This street here doesn't look too bad. It looks like it's got some new curbs from a long time ago. There's a couple of new sidewalks over here on the right at the corner of Palmer and Neva. There's a fire hydrant here, and underneath the fire hydrant is a sewer that looks like it's caving in. It won't be long before that becomes a major mess. And we just crossed over Palmer. Now we're at the 2100 block of North Neva. This looks like not a bad street to go down. Let's see, the trees, some of the trees need to be trimmed out here. I mean, you got a lot of dead branches over here. You know, there was another pothole we just hit. Yeah, like I said, it needs a little bit of tree trimming around on this block here. We're coming up to Dickens here, and I see Dickens and Neva on the northwest corner here. It needs some street repairs. All right, we just crossed over. There was a pothole we hit. There's a sinkhole that got fixed, and I just ran over it. I don't know if you can see that on the video here, but that was a pretty deep pothole. All right, the street is like wavy, as you can tell. It needs to be resurfaced here. As we're coming up to Armitage, you know, all those bumps are the bumps that I'm hitting as I'm going down the street. At the corner of Armitage and Neva, there's a huge sewer cave-in. It's in sort of like in the middle of the street. Curbs are messed up over there in the southwest corner, you know, and the curbs need to be fixed. There's a big pothole right there. The other side of the street, the northeast side, has got their sewer repaired, and the southeast got fixed. But I wonder why they didn't fix the other corners. All their sewers look like it's caving in. Here we got on the left, on I think it's a 2000 block here of North Neva. Some guy had to cut his own tree down. He must have been cutting the branches up there. I mean, it's something if the homeowner's got to go up there and cut the tree. I mean, this needs some tree repair, some tree trimming here. All right, this block must have had a lot of leaks or a lot of sewer cave-ins here. I see the street is pretty bad here. One side of the street has been patched over, and they didn't do a very good job. A lot of potholes. I imagine if you're going down this street at about 20, 25 miles an hour, you would be all shooken up in the car. Now imagine if you had a baby strapped in the back seat, and you imagine that baby having you hitting these potholes going from one side to the next. You know, he could hurt his neck as he's going traveling with you here. All right, I'm at Cortland and Neva here at this intersection. In the middle of the intersection, looks like the sewer is caving in there. That might be a main sewer because it's right in the middle of the street. And when you're going down this street here, a little bit about sewer information. The curb, they call them catch basins on the side of the street, and those need to be cleaned every 6 months. And I don't believe that anybody cleaned these sewers out here. And you see that the 1900 block of North Neva has gotten some new curbs. And, you know, when you're putting new curbs in it, you should also do the street for the residents here. You know, I mean, the curbs look okay. But the street, like I said, has got a lot of patchwork on here. There must have been a lot of problems on the street earlier. You know, you got a sewer cave and it looks like it's a main sewer. Because the sewers from the side go into the main sewer, and this main sewer is probably like 12 to 20 feet deep. And if that thing stops flowing, that means there's no sewer water going into these main things. You know what's going to happen after that? It backs up into these residents' homes. And nobody likes to have sewer backed up through the toilet or through the drains or anything. That would be a heck of a mess, you know. But this block has been redone. All right, I'm at the corner of Bloomingdale and Neva going southbound, the 1800 block. I noticed that they did some street scraping here with their machines. I don't know if it's the city doing it or the contractors doing it. I don't know. That's another issue about the contractors doing city work when you got city people doing it. I also know another sewer caving in the middle of the street, and that don't look too good. The trees need to be trimmed on this street too. I mean, I see a lot of dead branches hanging up on the trees. I see some people trying to improve their housing over here. But let's see what happens with this street here. Like I say, the middle of the street needs some repairs, the sewers. And hopefully that they will redo this street here. All right, I'm coming on the corner of Obansia and Neva. Let's see. The street looks okay, except for Obansia going towards Harlem. That needs a lot of work there. That's all chewed. All right. Like I said, they're street scraping it. I don't know if they're gonna do the rest of the middle of the street or what, but this thing has got a lot of potholes. I imagine what this street looked like before they street scraped this thing. You know, the curbs are all broken on the right-hand side as I'm going down the street. Huge potholes. Boy, I wish they would fix these streets, because if you take that bump at 25 or 30, you would go through the roof. All right, now we're at, I believe this is North Avenue. We're going to be going east to the next street over.